All right guys, so it is 4th gen Tacoma time again. Last time I got the suspension on, and now I am finally getting the upper control arms. So there's a company that I have been wanting to work with for a long time. I always wanted to try these out. I've just always ran long travel, so I just haven't really had an opportunity to run them. But since we're doing mid-travel on this 4th gen Tacoma, I thought, hey, this is gonna be a perfect opportunity. We got the Toyota 2.5 inch lift coilovers, and now we're gonna be throwing JBA upper control arms. So check these out, and you know, it's kind of a coincidence that everything with the suspension is red. So we got full red suspension on this mud bath, which I'm kind of digging. I like it. So yes, this is JBA Off-Road, and the cool thing about these upper control arms is they help improve a positive caster. So running the 37s, I need the tires to be able to move up a little bit so I'm not hitting that body mount until eventually I get a body mount chop. But these upper control arms are gonna help with travel, they're gonna help with that positive caster, and overall you're gonna wanna upgrade your upper control arms, just better strength. There's just so many good things that come with upgrading your upper control arms. And JBA has been around for a very long time. So again, I'm super psyched to be running these on the Tacoma build and to get these bad boys on. So honestly, it looks like pretty much a direct fit. Take off the upper, put on the other upper. So step one will be obviously taking off your tire, all that good stuff, but we're gonna be loosening up these 2 bolts, having it come off this side, and we'll be sliding this long bolt out, taking all this stuff off, popping this off, and then putting the new one in. We will take it off here from the spindle, and then, you know, just directly put it on. So not super complicated. On the driver side, with these new Tacomas and 4Runners, you want to remove this hose. I forget what inlet this is, but it's just right here, but you will be blocked by that long bolt, so you just want to remove this. Just do it first so you know you don't forget, you're not messing around with it. But we are going to start on the passenger side, so let's get that one off. All right, so I got the spindle off, upper control arm is free, I got the bolt back here out, and now I just got to slide this bolt. And there we go. Upper control arm out. Let's put the new one in. All right, so I got the upper bolt all the way through. The hardest part here is each of these bushings here get their own washer. I'm trying to fit these washers in while trying to get this one through. It always helps to have 2 people, but you know, I'm on my own. But that was probably the hardest part, is just fishing that thing through. But eventually it lined up, and we're pretty much good to go. So I'm gonna tighten this all down, put this back. We got our upper control arm. All right, so I got passenger side done. Now I'm gonna jump on over to the driver's side. I do have to go get, I actually don't have I don't have a grease gun anymore, so I actually don't have a grease gun, so I'm gonna run to the store. They do send you a big thing of grease, so I got that. I'll grab the grease gun, fill it up with these Zerk fittings here, and then that's about it. So now I'm gonna jump on over to the driver's side and get that started. All right, so truck is down, upper arms are on both sides. So now we got our grease gun, and we're gonna go around in each of the Zerk fittings, and we're gonna grease them up until they start expanding. Now, I'll try to get this as much as I can, but as far as how much you put in, it just kind of when it starts to swell up. See, it just got a little bit fatter on the boot there. And that's about all you do. So it's going to be kind of the same thing with the other two in the back. All right, so it has been a few days. I've been able to drive the truck around. The arms are greased, and they have been super solid. So I brought it down to the tire shop. I was able to get the tires move forward as much as I can. They already were like that. The whole idea behind these upper control arms is they move the ball joint back, so it allows you to be able to get more clearance going in front. And I'm actually clearing a lot better than I was on the rear body mount. So I'm no longer hitting it, you know, full turned, but on reverse and certain angles, I am still slightly touching it. So either way, you know, for off-road use, I'm gonna have to get the body mount chop if I wanna run 37s on a 2.5 inch kit. So it just comes with the territory. It's not as bad like as the previous models, but on this one, you know, another thing to keep in mind too is my wheel offset. So I'm a negative 35, so my wheels are coming out really far. Whereas if you were on like maybe a less aggressive offset, you might clear a little bit better. But I mean, even with off-road, I feel like you're gonna need the body mount chop either way. So it's just something that comes with all this. And it's really easy. I mean, I saw one guy do it so far. They don't officially have a kit anywhere, but I seen one guy and he cut all of this off. The body, the actual mount is right here. So this is all just extra metal. So they actually chopped all that off and then welded a new plate, which is what I'm gonna be doing. And Wicked Creations is gonna be developing a plate to go ahead and weld there. So I'll be bringing it over there next week to actually get that done. So chop right here, weld the new plate, all that is gonna be clearance moving forward. So body mount chop will be there. I'll do a separate video on that. So if you guys have any questions on it. And I think a lot of the other questions I get are like, you know, do you need the Viper cut to run 37s? Do you need to cut the back to run 37s? You know, I feel like the Viper cut is needed. You don't have to go as aggressive as I did. You could always bring it to like right here. I mean, it's whatever, you know, user preference, right? Whatever you want to do. When you do change out the front bumper though, you know, all of this gets removed. So that will all be cleared and you won't be hitting it. So when this is turned though, this aggressive Viper cut does allow, you know, the tire to go basically where that is. So it's just something I still need to remove. But yeah, big shout out to JBA. These arms are awesome, super easy install on this. As you guys can tell through the video, just a direct replacement. You know, I would say the biggest complaint was the driver's side, and just for whatever reason, this, you know, you remove the inlet up there, the two, you know, you remove the inlet hose up there, and still getting out that top bolt was just a pain in the ass. So I had to lower it a little bit and kind of, you know, you're just gonna have to kind of move it around a bit and mess with it, and it will come out, but you know, it was a bit of a pain. So other than that though, I think the drivability has been great. You do need upper control arms with a kit like this. You don't want to stick with stock, you know, you're no longer at a stock height. So yeah, I was really glad I'm finally able to give JBA a thorough test and get it on one of the rigs. Like I said in the beginning of the video, usually I'm just always on long travel, but this time, since we're doing a mid-travel build, overland style, this was perfect. So highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, make sure to leave them in the comment section, reach out, and make sure to check out JBA Off-Road. The link to these arms that I specifically got for this 4th Gen Tacoma in the description below. So make sure to check them out, give them some love. And anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.